Hey, what's going on? Well, I'm here. Finally. I need to move the chat over so I can see what you guys are saying because it's tiny. Why is my chat all tiny-fied for? Oh, there we are. What's going on, everybody? Jay Davis, Alpha Wolf. What's going on? Colts loyalist. Appreciate y'all being here. Uh, Jay asks, what good guesses where Rodgers will go? Well, there's a few. There's a few places, but I'm going to hold off on that because I think that's a situation where I think we could get into next week. I don't know 100%. I'd like to have a better educated guess on it and kind of research what the teams are sitting at right now. Hate to say it, Alpha Wolf says, but I can see him retiring only because of the Jeopardy gig. I don't think so. I think he's going to make a lot more money in the NFL, and he's probably going to want a chance at Super Bowls. I mean, kind of place himself in that situation where because right now he's got one Super Bowl. He's been to a couple, but won one. I think that he might want to go off and do that, and he's in a situation really where there's a lot of teams out there I think that would take him unquestionably, right? And they'd have an instantaneous shot at being Super Bowl contenders. Loyalist, have you checked out? Oh, have you? Yeah. What? What did you say? Have you checked out the film breakdown on Pay? Lawrence had me ready to go buy his jersey and hit somebody. Okay, that's funny. That's funny. Yeah, guys, if you haven't checked it out already, I did a film room breakdown on Quiddy Pay today. It is on my channel. I think it's got like near 40 likes already, which is blows my mind. Wow, right? Baltimore's going to be a steal. King J, what's going on? Toxic Tommy, what's up? Thanks for being here. King J, would the Packers want Derek Carr? Maybe. I mean, it's a possibility. I don't know yet, really. Jamie Miller, Rodgers is going to be a big-time competitor. I don't think he's ready to walk away. I don't either. Rodgers on the Washington football team would be nasty, Colts Nation. But this is a situation where I think, like I said yesterday, I just don't see Green Bay trading him to an NFC team, right? Because they have playoff aspirations, right? They're not going to want to trade him to an NFC team and then have a chance of meeting him in the playoffs because that would just be a no good situation for the Green Bay Packers, wouldn't it? I expect him to go to an AFC team if they trade him. I don't see them releasing him because, my goodness, they can easily get a first-round pick out of him. You wouldn't just release a guy like that. Ricky Freezer, what's up? He says, let's get a left tackle today, and I'm right there with you. I've said all off season. I know a lot of you disagreed with me on it. That I said all off season, first round, if they're there, if one of the top 3 pass rushers are there that are in my book, I hope the Colts get them. They did, and then I said that the tackle position is deep enough that we could get someone in round 2. I wouldn't even be surprised. Ballard has a history of moving up in the second, trading up in the second to get his guys, right? I mean, that's how we got Khari Willis. He moved up, 23 spots or something out of the third round into the second to get Khari Willis. He moved up 3 spots last year in the second round just to get Jonathan Taylor and make sure Jacksonville didn't get him. So this is a situation where you never know. Where am I at here? Why do you think he picked the day of the draft to break his news? I don't think he actually, Jay, I don't think he picked the day of the draft to break the news. Reports are saying that he was telling his friends on the team that he did not expect to be back last week. It's just, it broke now. It broke yesterday. So just let you know that. Yeah, you saw my film room on him, and you say that Mathis has something where he's got a lot to work with. Dude's just an athletic freak, and he's strong. Absolutely. God, no, I wouldn't want Rodgers in the Texans. Toxic. I don't want Rodgers in the Texans. No way. Holy crap. I wouldn't want to have to face Aaron Rodgers twice a year. That was... Man, just facing him once last year in that overtime game gave me a heart attack. I don't want to have to deal with Aaron Rodgers twice a year. Ricky says, I'm going to say it now. Rodgers won't play this season. He's going to pull off a Favre. Well, Favre ended up playing for two other teams after he left Green Bay, right? The Jets and the Vikings. Toxic says, trade up for Tevin Jenkins. I don't mind Tevin Jenkins. He's a little rough in pass protection, though. Tevin's good in the run game, but he overcommits in the passing in the passing game, and he'll get beat. He's given up a ton of pressures because of overcommitting in the passing game. But in the running game, he's just nasty. Yeah, Ricky says we might lose our sixth. Heck, I'd be willing to lose my fourth with my second to move up 10, 12 spots in the second round if we're getting someone that we like, right? That Ballard's like, this is our starting left tackle of the future. Because really there's only two positions left that we absolutely need to address. We only have the one, the left tackle. We had two walking in. Pass rusher, left tackle. Some of you are going to say, well, we need a cornerback, we need wide receiver, we need tight end. They're all depth pieces. We have our starters. We have 4 starting wide receivers, right? T.Y. Hilton, Michael Pittman Jr., Paris Campbell, Zach Pascal. Those are 4 starters. Now, injury happens, we're down to 3 starters, which is traditionally what, teams have. And I bring that injury thing up because somebody's going to get injured at the wide receiver position. And, Paris Campbell's been hurt multiple times. But so's T.Y. Michael Pittman was injured last year. Cornerback, no one's taking the starting position out of the guys that we have currently, right? Moore has got the nickel position tied up. Xavier Rhodes got one outside tied up. And we got 3 guys. 3 guys that could play the other outside corner, right? Currently. Depending. I mean, obviously, you got Rock Ya-Sin, who needs to work on his man coverage skills because he gets hit on PI too much. But you got Marvell Tell. And if I remember right, the Colts re-signed TJ Carey too. So, So it's just depth pieces. Jack Doyle, he's just now over 30. Tight ends don't really go downhill until after about 34, 35. They're not like wide receivers where speed is that important to them. It's all about up here and physical strength. What Jack Doyle does well is block, and he still does that really well. Mo Alley Cox, I think, could have a breakout season this year. So we got 2 good quality tight ends. So anyone we get in those 3 positions, even safety, anyone like that, they're just going to be good depth. So, yeah, I mean, if you want to go all in on making sure our 2 starters are there, I'm fine with it. And then you can worry about depth later. Alpha says, if we didn't grab him, I really thought Green Bay would have traded up for us. That might have been that might have been Green Bay calling. Who knows? Remember, have you seen that film so far? About the time when when it was Ballard's pick and the phone call, and apparently somebody was offering a trade up, but just wasn't enough, right? And he decided it wasn't enough to pass on pay, so he took pay. So there was options. Loyalist says he doesn't have much draft capital to trade up without a 3. You got 4, 5, 6, and 7. And next year's picks, too. I would not want Trebek Jr. in my locker room. What's going on, Nano505? Appreciate you. Hey, what's up, Joseph Thornburg? That one guy, if Rondell Moore was to fall to us in the 4th, it would we take him for insurance? Rondell Moore, I don't think, is going to make it out of the 2nd round. Just saying. What about a linebacker? Well, we got our starting linebackers. And when I say starting, I mean just the 2. Because we only play base coverage 30% of the time. We're a nickel or dime 70% of the time. So, our starters are Darius Leonard and Bobby Okereke. Now, we need depth. Yes. I expect Ballard to grab a linebacker. I don't think it's a high need. I think it's depth. Who is it that said, Toxic Ass, run the damn ball. Blocking tight ends don't derail the Colts. Yeah, everybody on the Colts says run the damn ball. Everybody. Especially Quentin Nelson, right? I mean, it was such a big thing that even head coach Frank Reich was wearing a run the damn ball hat. And he's a quarterback. Oh, my goodness. Liked and shared. Walking in. What's up, Michael Catt? Appreciate you being here. I appreciate the like and the share. Guys, if you're here, Migsby. Again, you as well. I forgot to say, you did ask about the linebacker, so I wanted to shout your name out. Guys, if you haven't yet, hit the like button. And if you've got social media, whether it's Twitter or Facebook or whatever, hit the share button. Get that little link and then post it somewhere. I'd really appreciate it. If you're here and you're not subscribed, what's taking so long? Hit the subscribe button. I've got, 1255, I think is what I saw last night. I would like to have 1,300 by the end of this draft, which means I need 45 subscribers, which the only way to do that is to get my stuff shared out to other Colts fans and hope and pray. You know, are you part of a Colts chat group or blog or something? Share it. Tell people about me. I'd appreciate it. Don't forget I got a Patreon and my, merch shop. Description below the video here. I'm doing absolutely fantastic. Last night, man, after the draft, I was dead tired. In 3 years of Eberflus, I remember why I hated Cover 2, TJ Joe. Cover 2 is great if you can get to the quarterback. You got to be able to get consistent pressure on the cornerback if you're going to play cover 2. That's why it wasn't such a big deal back, when we had Mathis and Freemy. They were all about getting to the quarterback, and they would create problems. But we haven't really had that the last couple years. Hopefully, Kwity Paye, Toure, Kwity Paye, Toure, DeForest Buckner, Grover Stewart, and all the other backups that are on the line are able to do that this year. Michael Catt says Facebook, Twitter, and Reddit. I can't post to certain Reddits. I post to Colts Reddit once in a while, but not my live streams. You're welcome to do it if you want. It's just I can't do it because it's self-promoting and they don't allow self-promoting. But I did drop my film room on Reddit, so if you want to go to the Colts Reddit and upvote that'd be cool. It says I have 1,300. What are you talking about? 13,500. Okay, there it is. Okay, 135. I got 1350, not 1250. I'd like to hit 1,400. So, yeah. Nano says, what position do I think we'll go after today? I think they're going to go all in on the left tackle. I really do. And like I said before, I wouldn't be surprised if they trade up for him. I would not. Dr. Pepper with cream soda. That's right, I'm not drinking coffee right now because I am hyper enough. I do have a Mountain Dew here beside me. But that's for emergencies. Joseph. So, okay, here's what I'm saying. In round 2, if they do move up, I would move up to get someone that I felt was a lock. Like an elite guy that could have went in the first round. I would. Like I said, I feel like we only have one need left, and that's the left tackle. That everyone else is not a need. It's a luxury. It's depth. It really is. I mean, we're not going to get anyone after round 2 that's going to take a starting position on this team. No one. Nano says that's what I'm drinking. You're drinking Mountain Dew or Dr. Pepper with cream soda. Cosme is a guy that could. There's a bunch of guys. There's like 5 tackles that are still in the draft that I believe could be a solid starter in the NFL. And excel beside Quentin Nelson. There is. I honestly believe it. TJ Joe, thank you so much for the super chat. The opt-out tackle from Stanford or Cosme? Oh, there's the Stanford guy. Hold on. Give me a moment. I can't remember which one was from Stanford. Okay. Tackles NFL draft 21. Give me a moment. I just need a moment. Walker Little's gone. Wasn't Walker Little already picked up? I think Walker Little was drafted. Hold on. Pretty sure. No, he's not been drafted yet? Well, that's a good possibility. I thought he was drafted yesterday. My goodness. I guess I was mistaken. I honestly thought that he was drafted. Little's got a chance. I wouldn't have a problem with him. Tevin Jenkins is a mauler in the run game, right? Obviously Cosme. Carmen, I think Jackson Carmen is still available, right? Obviously, Liam Eckenberg. Whoa! What's up, my guy? Thank you so much. TJ Joe with a super sticker in here. Leveling up. What up? Yeah, there's plenty of guys left that I like for the tackle position. Plenty. Ricky says, let's get the left tackle from Notre Dame if he's available. That way he's playing beside. Well, the left tackle from Notre Dame is actually, that he played beside at Notre Dame, is in San Francisco, and he just got his fifth-year option just like Quentin Nelson did. But I get what you're saying. Hold on. Jeremiah? Is that who you're talking about? Right? Yeah. I think he's going to go somewhere else. I don't think the Colts are going to get him. I honestly, I don't think the Colts will end up getting him. Because I don't think they, I mean, we need a linebacker. Yes. But it's not as high as a need. You know, I mean, we have our starters. And he'll end up being a guy who's kind of not going to get a lot of snaps right away, you know. I like the guy. I could see him going pretty soon in the draft. I just don't know. I just don't think the Colts will end up getting him. What's going on, Pedro51? Appreciate you being here. Thanks so much. Smash that like button. Thornburg says Eberflus needs to get a little more sophisticated with looks. Cover 2 has to be sold properly because it's just too predictable. You're right. He needs to be able to send. He is like the second least blitzing defensive coordinator, play caller in the NFL over the last 3 seasons. Matt Eberflus is. And he runs a zone defense. I get it. He wants to get pressure with his front 4. I understand that. But he's got to mix it up a little bit, in my opinion. We've got athleticism and talent all across the defense. He could bring stuff in. He could bring some blitzes in. He could mix it up a little bit more, like what you're saying. He did do a little bit more man coverage last year, and that's why Rocky Sin was hit with a bunch of flags, because Rocky Sin's got a little bit of a sticky hand problem when he's on man coverage. The tackle from Notre Dame will be gone at 54. Yeah. Well, I mean, like I say, he could be drafted, right? I mean, the Colts could move up. But unless those tackles, like I said, there's like 5 of them left that I really like. Unless those tackles start falling off the board fast, which they very well could, because some of those tackles, I think, will play guard very, very well as well. And some teams might end up grabbing them just to play guard. Yeah, I kind of agree with you, Alpha. He says that he thinks that we can grab a linebacker in free agency for depth. I agree. Jabril Cox, maybe. Anthony Hurt, couple of cornbread fed white boys on the line. Okay. What's up, Anthony Hurt? Jordan Graff, appreciate you being here as well. Don't forget, smash the like. Is there a possibility of getting Rundunts and Jenkins? Probably not both. Unless Ballard, when I doubt he uses next year's picks, because he's not that kind of person to use future picks to move up in a current draft. So I could see him getting one. I don't think neither of them, because you got to remember, we don't have a 3rd-round pick this year, and unless something terrible happens, I don't see him trading back in the 2nd. Ordered me a Colts hat last night, Nano. Really? That's awesome. Eichenberg is a chance. Yeah, Joe, I think there's a chance Eichenberg will still be there. Still think Jack's drafting Etney at 25 was a clown. I don't. I just, at 25, yes. It was a need. It was a need because Jacksonville needed a between the tackles running back. Because James Robinson isn't one. But I think he would have been there in round 2. And yes, I agree, Ricky. I seriously think it needs to be addressed next as well. But still, Ballard will go BPA. You know he will. He always does. I think Kwity Paye was a BPA need at 21. Like, he was the best player available, lined up with a need. It was a no-brain pick. You don't follow college football? Liam Eichenberg is who you're talking about. I don't like using PFF. I really don't like using PFF. Because they rank their guys a little bit differently. And I'm not overly fond of it. So, and sadly, I think that yesterday's picks were used by PFF, right? Swell got dropped off first. Vera Tucker, Slater, Leatherwood. I wouldn't have put Leatherwood 4, but PFF does. Even though I think Leatherwood would have been a better guard than he would be a tackle. Then you got Darrisaw, Jenkins, Carmen, Mayfield, Cosme. And then, yes, the Notre Dame tackle is Eichenberg. Or Eichenberg, however you want to pronounce it. I'm not sure. What up? Anthony Hurt says, what's up, Big O? Let's grab Eichenberg or Jenkins. Either one would be sweet. Like I said, there's lots of guys there. Jags got Trevor Lawrence, Eiton, and the first pick in the second round. Did anyone see this coming? I think they're going to grab a linebacker or a defensive lineman. I really do. I think they'll go linebacker, though. I don't think they'll go another... Because right now their offense is just stacked. They need defense. If we get a day one tackle, we would be the most complete team in the league. Oh, Pedro! Thank you so much. I had to check and see what that said. Pedro just became a patron on Patreon. That's what that was. Appreciate that a lot. Anyone else that wants to do that, the link is in the description of the video right below here. Along with my, I can't do it well. My merch shop down here. It looks like Tarzan and plays like Jane. TJ Joe says that about Darrisaw. Ricky, I generally don't watch college. Until, I'm kind of in a situation where I have a lot of stuff that I got to do as well, right? A lot of things that I do, and during the NFL season, I just don't have time to watch college because I have other things that I'm doing, dealing with the NFL, watching a lot of film. So I don't get to get into college until about free agencies. When free agency begins, that's when I get to break down college tape. So I appreciate you, Pedro. Thank you so much for direct from Brazil. I have I have a Brazilian patron. Woohoo! Out of the U.S. That's awesome. College sports is a lot to follow, Ricky. Because there's so many teams and so many different divisions and conferences, and it's just difficult, right? Colts loyalist says, say we get a tackle at 54. Is there anyone that would trade back, that we would trade back into the third four? Yes. There are guys that I think the Colts could maybe trade back into the late third round for. But at this point, it's guesswork, right? I could see him giving up his fourth and sixth to move up. But that's what it would take. A fourth, maybe even fourth and fifth to move up into the third. But I don't think he'd do that. But there are people that I think would be worth it. Especially if some really big, important people fall. If a linebacker that's solid falls. If there's a tight end that I think is worthy of moving up in the third round. Maybe a wide receiver. I doubt it, though. Because, really, I think our wide receiving core is solid. And I think the Colts feel that way as well. Alpha says he sticks with the NFL also only. Yeah, college just moves around a lot. Now, I keep my ear open. I have friends that are big college guys, and I'll start hearing names, and then I'll write them down and go check them out, when I do my film room breakdowns and stuff, just to see what they look like. But I'm just happy. I am personally just incredibly happy that I was able to get some all-22 film to break down Kwity Paye today and get that out quickly. Got up early, broke it down, posted it. Bam. So guys, don't forget to check that out if you haven't checked it out already. All right, so I need to get into the go into the NFL.com like I was yesterday. This stuff should be pretty quick, right? Draft. Click draft. Thank you so much. We're into round 2. They're saying that their top needs is quarterback. Oh. They need to update their needs list. Because NFL.com still has Jacksonville Jaguars top need quarterback. Bro. You don't need a quarterback. Oh, Jay asks, but who do I think they would move up for? See, that's the problem, Jay. There are guys that could, but I don't know who would be there. We're beginning round 2. By round 3, guys that I say that they'd move up for might be gone. Because like Rondell Moore, I fully expect him to be gone by the first half of round 2. If he's still there, early or mid third round, which I honestly don't expect him to be, but if he is, he'd be a guy I'd move up for. Alpha says, what is competition for Trevor Lawrence? Does that even exist? Right? It's just stupid. Who do you guys think that the Jaguars will grab? Since I got you all in here. Who will the Jaguars grab at 33? I think they need defensive line and cornerback help. Badly. I mean, badly. So we'll see. Popeye's chicken sandwich, the best chicken sandwich on the market, huh? I haven't had Popeyes in forever. I don't have one in my hometown. As a matter of fact, 3 weeks ago was the first time I'd ever had Chick-fil-A because I don't have anyone anywhere around here. And then when I went to Indianapolis to cover the Indy Express, drove past one, I looked at my wife and I was like, let's go try Chick-fil-A out. I hear a lot about it. Thornburg says a kicker. At 33? Oh my goodness, 33? That'd be awful. Alpha says Popeyes is better than Chick-fil-A. Now, I had Chick-fil-A. Now, my wife loves Chick-fil-A, the wraps. She got a wrap, and she loves it, and she wants to go get it again. I had chicken strips. It was like $7 for 3 chicken strips that were like this long. That long. I was like, I paid $7 for 3 chicken nuggets? That one guy says Sarah Fuller will be the 33rd pick. Where is Sarah? She's usually in here. I'm still reading. Sorry, guys. Well, I saw him kick a 60-yard field goal in practice. I saw a game. One of my earliest sports memories ever was my uncle took me to a Ball State Cardinals football game. Right? I was just a little pup. And I hated it. Of course, I was like 6, okay? And I was outside and it was cold and I was bored. And I really did. And then at the end of the game, I saw a guy kick a 63-yard field goal to win the game at the end of the game for Ball State. And that's when I was like, okay, that's interesting. That was neat. You know, that was a long kick. So that was the longest kick I've ever seen in person. Jay says Chick-fil-A is the best in his opinion. Okay. Andy wears number 3. Fits on the jersey. There's a Chick-fil-A in Muncie. See, I don't go to Muncie very often. I know I just got done saying Ball State, but that was when I was 6 years old. I don't think Chick-fil-A existed back in, 82? You think that the Colts loyalist says he believes the Jags will get offensive line. They might. There's still a lot of good offensive. I hope they get a corner or a defensive lineman because I'd like to keep some options open for Ballard. But you're cool. I get it. Yeah, I just don't like Jay. Like I said, I just don't like the fact that I asked for 2 chicken strips and they gave me 3 of them that were like this long and it was like $7. You know, it's like why in the world did I get 3 chicken nuggets for $7? Oh, you got a brother that lives up by Terre Haute? You say up by Terre Haute. You know, that's actually west of me. And south. Yeah, I live in Marion. I'm about 65 miles north of Indy. And about 45 miles south of... I'm almost dead center between Fort Wayne and Indy. Right along I-69. Jamie probably hit it on the head. There's most likely going to be a run on offensive linemen early to mid-second round. Because there's a lot of teams out there that didn't go grab that, and they need offensive line. I mean, we laughed our butts off at Cincinnati, didn't we? Remember Cincinnati going and getting a wide receiver, and you're just looking at him going, yeah, that's a great wide receiver. I get it. You know, grab Burrow's old guy from LSU, but, hello? Burrow's going to get clobbered. He ain't going to have time to throw it to him. Right? I see Cincinnati grabbing an offensive lineman. Oh, you're about 1.5 miles away. I'm going to assume that says miles, not mics. Because if you're only 1.5 mics, the average mic is probably about 5'11". So so you're about 9 feet away from Lucas Oil Stadium. No, I got you. Wow, man, you're really close there. That's pretty cool. You do a lot of tailgating? The Jags are on the clock. That's awesome. They've had all night to think about it. They're probably sitting there waiting. All right. Let's see what we got going on here. I gotta... Looking around, I just see on the clock. Oh, you've been doing those your whole life? That's cool. I have yet to be at a tailgate party in my life. Is anyone wearing Colts gear right now? That's my question. Y'all see what the heck I'm wearing. Pretty simple, right? I'm wearing the military Darius Leonard jersey. What everybody else? Anyone else got one going? Just curious. Now, I've been to the Hoosier Dome a few times. Loved it. Loved it. It was loud. You got your Wentz jersey, that one guy? That's cool. Awesome. Is it a jersey that you're going to be wearing, or is it something that you're going to be like putting up as, you know, something that you're not going to wear? Generic Colts t-shirt? That's cool. Hey, Colts shirt's Colts shirt. Toxic. Oh, Jay, you don't have any Colts gear? That's all right. I didn't have any Colts gear for a couple years, but my house burnt down, so I had an excuse for that as well. So sometimes we just can't afford to do stuff like that. No, it's all good, you know. I get it. I know that sometimes it gets expensive, right? It really does. Your Colts Law jersey needs washed. But you did wear it to the monkey farm in Connecticut and rep. Awesome. Guys, remember you could go check out my merch shop up here and represent. Description link is directly down below. Hoosier Dome was not only loud, but the lights were so bright your head hurt when you left. I didn't have that issue, but I generally had a visor or something, you know, that covered. So I didn't have that problem. But it was loud. It was built to reverberate noise. And that's why the Hoosier Dome, which later got changed to be called the RCA Dome, there was a lot of people saying that they were pumping crowd noise in, but it wasn't pumped in. It was just that darn loud. It was built like an amphitheater with a dome. You're wearing a shirt from Smith & Wesson. Staying neutral because you don't want to curse. That's cool. I don't have a Jeff Saturday jersey. Kind of wish I did. But I don't. The pick is in. And the Jets are on the clock. I wish there was... Is anybody watching on YouTube somewhere where they have like the name is announced as soon as it comes up? What's up, McChicken? I got a lot of Patriots fans in here. I welcome everybody. As a matter of fact, it's been... Man, I've been pushing almost an hour already. I didn't realize that. Time flies when you're having fun talking about stuff, don't it? Don't forget to hit the like button, McChicken. Please. More likes, the better. I'd really, really appreciate it. Tyson Campbell, cornerback. I was right. I said they'd probably get cornerback. And they did. Yep. I knew they would. Penn State corner. Or not Penn State. What am I talking about? Georgia corner. I happened to look down and they're playing mock drafts from Jeremiah. And I'm like, what? Thanks for hitting it, man. Migsby, yep. Tyson Campbell. Patriots fans got to be looking around and saying, who are these guys? No, man, some of these Patriots fans knows me because, well, they know me because I'm on Dear Pats Nation as an outsider on that, and they come here to visit, and that's cool. I'm cool with it because Colts and Patriots ain't really a rival anymore, and besides, you know, these fans are actually cool, you know. They don't talk smack. I mean, they might, but they're not annoyingly talking smack. You know what I'm saying? The way the Patriots fans used to be, like we used to have to deal with Patriots fans way back in the day, but now we got to deal with Kansas City fans that are like that. These guys are cool. Kinkado, what's up? How far down in the second are they? They're just at the 34th, the Jets pick. I guess the Colts pick last night. Ross said you guys needed a safety help. No, I was hoping it was Pay. I was hoping for Phillips, but then Phillips got picked like 2 picks before. So I was like, oh, God, hopefully Pay, and then it was Pay. Ricky says, when we beat the Pats in the AFC Championship game and went on to win the Super Bowl, I was downtown that night. We beat up several Pats fans. We beat up several Pats fans. Not going to lie about it. It was Peyton versus Tom, not Pats versus Colts. Yeah. And now neither of us have either of those quarterbacks on our team, so what's the point, right? All right. How long do they get to wait on second round, on day 2? Do they get 10 minutes too? Yeah, the man just admitted the battery charger, but he didn't put out any names. He didn't say we went around and beat up someone named McChicken or some guy outside of McDonald's. Crazy Ninja, what's up? I'm a past fan and I watch a lot of your videos. I enjoy. Man, I appreciate everybody who comes in here and watches my videos. I don't care what fan base they're from. You know? If you enjoy just good traditional NFL talk, that's what I'm here for, right? 7 minutes? All right, thanks. Thanks, Colts loyalists. Appreciate you. I was hoping it wasn't no damn... Yeah, I just cussed again. So I was told that after 2 minutes, I can cuss and I don't have a problem with being demonetized. So, oh, you've been connected to 2 C felonies? I have never been convicted of a felony in my life. I've never been charged with a felony. I'm not saying I've never done one. But I've never been charged one. I've never been caught with one. I'm actually a pretty good guy, you know. You know, you ever been in a situation where you're doing something not right legally, but in fact, what you're doing is actually a good thing? You're helping someone out that needs that help. I've been in that situation before. And had I been caught, I'd have probably went to jail. But it wasn't, you know, with some kind of bad thought process going on. It was, I'm helping this person out because they're in a really bad bind. And no, I didn't bury a body. Ricky says, I'm just now a decent human being at 42 years old. I've been a decent human being since I think I've always been a decent human being. I had my issues when I was a teenager, just like everybody else, you know. I mean, everybody has that rebellious teenage phase, right? At least I think so. Jets got Elijah Moore from Ole Miss. That's smart. That right there, really good pick. They need to get an offensive freaking line. Just saying. They got rid of Darnold. They get Wilson. They need offensive linemen. Lots of them. Now they got a wide receiver to go with. They still have Crowley, right? They still got a couple wide receivers. They need an offensive line bad. And a running back. Falcons on the clock. Still no offensive lineman off the board. Would you tell us if you did bury one, Lawrence? No. I'm not admitting stuff to recorded live TV, even if I did. But I never have done nothing like that. Nothing that bad. Okay. Ooh, Ricky, yeah. $90 and a $70. Toxic. Wow. I got caught doing 35 and a 20 because it was a school zone, but I didn't know it was a school zone. I've done 120 on an interstate once, but I was just testing out to see how fast the Viper would go. And then I got scared because I was going too fast and had to bring it down, you know. Your big engine in a 96 Impala. Yeah, Ricky. And in some places they still do, you know. Indiana's a very conservative state. We might be like the last state that legalizes pot. because of how, I mean, it's just Indiana, very, very conservative. Really? Pedro thinks that the Pats could trade here, move up? I still got the Falcons on the clock. Pats pick at 46. Colts at 54. Tennessee's got 53 rather than 55. The pick is in. Oh, Denver did trade, didn't they? Denver traded. I wonder what they gave up for it to get the 35th pick. I mean, they only moved up, 6 spots? 5, 6 spots? I don't know what they gave up for it, though. It's going to be interesting. JKE, welcome to the stream. Appreciate you being here. Guys, don't forget, hit that like button. We've got 23 people in here now. Appreciate it. Every like that's in there. Look, the pick's been in for a minute. They're not trading, obviously. Come on. Oh, I realize now why it takes so long for the pick to be in. When the pick is in and why it takes so long for it to be announced. They got to give the team time to call the player and let them know we picked you. So they give like 2 minutes for the team to call the player after they turn in their pick. They gave up a 4th round pick to move up 5 spots. Holy crap. That was expensive. But it's this early 2nd round, so it makes sense. It makes sense. And they got a running back. Javonte Williams. North Carolina. Denver needed a running back? Wait a minute. Hold on. I don't like that. I know that they lost what's his face? But they still got one guy, don't they? Still got Melvin, don't they? Yeah, they still got Melvin Gordon and Royce Freeman. I mean, yeah, they lost Philip Lindsay, but I don't know. I don't think that was a good pick by them. I don't think that was good at all. I'd grade that like a C-. Jay, the reason why they got to call them is so that it gives them a moment to talk, and they can't accept other teams. Otherwise, there'll be confusion. Because a lot of players don't watch the draft. They just wait for a phone call from an NFL team. So there's no confusion. Yeah. Real quick. Making the jersey. Oh, you got sole custody of your kid? Nice. Glad to hear that. Well, I'm not necessarily glad that it's sole custody. I don't know how the mother is. I'm just saying that, you're in your child's life. That's a big deal in my opinion. So that's awesome. Let's see what we're looking at. Miami's pick. What are they getting? I think Denver grabbed Javonte Williams because the Dolphins was probably going to grab a running back. Because the Dolphins need a running back. They've got 150 picks in this draft? Miami does? Might be more. I know they got a lot. Oh, she's right next to you? Okay. Waiting on the pick. Anyone got no? Oh, there it is. Javon Holland. Javon Holland. Oregon. Nice. Huh. Interesting. Got themselves a safety. Not bad. Boy, the Eagles picked fast. They didn't even wait. They were like, I'm taking this. What's up, Avery Watkins? Appreciate you being in here. While you're here, hit that like. Avery Watkins, what'd you miss so far? We got, let me tell you who's been picked so far. All right, so the Jags grabbed cornerback Tyson Campbell. The Jets grabbed wide receiver Elijah Moore. Denver traded up with Atlanta to pick up Javonte Williams, running back. And Miami just grabbed safety Javon Holland. And the Eagles are getting ready to pick now. Jamie thinks that the Eagles will go O-line. Well, I mean, they got their fast receiver already. Still waiting. Patriots moved up. The Patriots traded up to the 6th pick of the 2nd round. In case you didn't know. So those of you who are Patriots fans, I just told you, the Patriots are on the clock. Let's find out. Even though they traded up, we expected a trade up, but I didn't expect it here. Who would they be grabbing? You think they're going to grab Rondale Moore? You think the Patriots moved up to grab Rondale Moore? It's interesting. Or maybe they went to get another pass rusher. Still waiting. Still waiting on the announcement for the Eagles. But if the Patriots traded up, then you know that they're already got their pick in. They're ready just to turn it in. Watch the Eagles not get offensive line. Watch them get a wide receiver, another wide receiver, or a running back or some crap like that. Or a tight end. Watch them get a tight end so they feel better about letting go of Ertz. That's a good possibility. That sounds like something. Now, remember, the ex-Colt offensive coordinator, Nick Sirianni, is not making the picks for the Eagles. Even though that wide receiver that I'm sure Nick Sirianni was incredibly happy about getting him. Waiting. There's a lot more movement in the second round than there was in the first round. You notice that? I don't even think there wasn't a draft day trade, I don't think, yesterday at all, was there? And we've already had 2 in the first 6 picks of day 2. I mean, I could be mistaken, but I've never had Panda Express, my guy. I have a Hong Kong restaurant that I go to for my Chinese. So you should probably go and grab your Popeyes. Did they get Landon Dickerson? They got Landon Dickerson, the center. He's a stud. Landon Dickerson was the best center in this draft. He's a stud. I was right. Their pick is in. They were just waiting to give that. So New England has their pick in now. You're saying the Patriots get Barmore? He's not a guard. He's a center. I mean, he can play guard, but he's a better center. Hey, Brandon Ace. I think so. That's what we're all guessing, that they're going to grab a wide receiver here. I mean, we're waiting on it to be said, but I think the Patriots grab a wide receiver. Again, smash that like button. I am not too proud to say smash the like button and hit subscribe. I don't have enough subscribers not to sit here and tell you guys that y'all make me who I am. And hitting the like button and subscribing allows me to do this more often and put out better content. So from me to you, thank you. Now, Patriots, let me know who the heck you are drafting here. Waiting. Do. You know how hard it is to sit here by myself and run these live streams and not have someone to bounce back and forth with, live, like the way Ray and I do occasionally, or when I'm on Bring the Juice or someone like that, or Culture Shock. Shout out to Culture Shock as well. UK Colts fans. There's a lot of people that... My draft tracker just took a poop. Give me a moment. There it is. They got defensive tackle Christian Barmore. You were right. You were right. You called it. And, hey, McChicken, did I not say yesterday that I expected them to get a defensive tackle? I said that. On Ray's stream, I said that. All right. So, yeah, this is why I love hanging here with you guys, because I don't have these guys to bounce around with. So you guys here in the chat, you're who I bounce around with. And that's why you make it so good for me to do these things, because you're very active in the chat, and I'm very happy about that. Bro, put me on your stream. I'll yak all day with you. I would not have a problem doing that, Joe. But you know what? Hold on. I can't get you on my stream right now. I might be able to do it later because I'm not using StreamYard. I'm doing this straight out from OBS. But maybe all of you watching right now, if you want to join my stream tomorrow, I don't know how long I'm going to be running day 3. It probably won't be for the whole draft. But it might. If you want to join my stream, message me on Twitter. Colts_law. First, you need to follow me, and then message me and tell me that you wouldn't mind joining the stream. I will send you a link to join tomorrow. All right? This is my gift to all of you that are watching right now that want to join my stream at some point. Okay, Joe. Bears, well, they finally got their boy, Tevin Jenkins. That's a good pick for the Bears. They needed a tackle. I think Tevin Jenkins would make a better guard, okay? In all honesty, I think he would make a better guard than a tackle. He is a nasty run blocker. But he gets beat on the inside a lot with pass rushers on the edge. But that's going to hurt a lot of Colts fans right there because Tevin Jenkins was a big guy that a lot of Colts fans wanted. I would have been okay with him because he's a mauler, but he needed work. Avery, yeah, not just you. A lot of Colts fans wanted him. There's still lots of guys out there at offensive tackle. Lots of them. And we're still 14 picks away from the Colts. So, yeah, I know he only played right tackle, but he could play left. I think they'll probably put him at tackle or guard. I think any tackle can play guard if they're strong. Right? And Jenkins is a powerhouse mauler. He'd be better, I think, in the run game, which is where you would want a mauler at guard inside. The Colts have done well with offensive line. It worries me less than other positions. Yes. They've got, well, the tackle was an issue last year because their backups were awful. And then they went and got Jared Valdir for the playoffs. And it just goes to show you get an average left tackle is better than a poor left tackle in the NFL. Because Jared Valdir is an average left tackle. Average to above average. And he played very well against Buffalo. Oh, I got somebody out here. Hold on. Somebody's growling. Guys, I gotta go. Oh, somebody just tagged me right here. Hold on. TJ Joe, thanks. Jones gonna break down like a cheap lawn furniture. I don't think so. I think Mac Jones will be just fine because I don't think that he's going to. I like Mac Jones. I don't think he's going to be. Man, I gotta answer this door. I'll be right back. Someone's at my front door, and my wife is asleep. Excuse you. Everybody's asleep, and I'm live streaming. So. Yeah. Yep. I already told her about you the other time. Sorry, guys. I had to run somebody off because he was at my door. No, I actually like Mac Jones. I think he's the right pick. He's a pocket quarterback. And I think that I think he's more Brady-ish than the other guys there. They got a good offensive line, good running game in New England. I think Mac Jones could flourish. I don't know if he's going to start. I don't think he's going to take the starting position away from Cam right away. But I think he'll do well. All right, so another safety off the board, Richie Grant from the Atlanta. Detroit pick is in. Miami Dolphins again on the clock. This is the pick they got from the Giants. Brian, what's up? Appreciate you being here. TJ Joe says nobody's Brady but Brady. I'm saying Brady style as in he's a pocket quarterback, right? Not someone that moves around a whole lot, that kind of situation. I'm not comparing him to Brady. You know, I could have said Manning style. I'd have had Colts fans mad at me. I'm just saying style, like pocket quarterback, you know. What's his name? Matty Ice style, right? There. Yeah, I know. Tevin Jenkins is gone, but like I said, a lot of Colts fans wanted Tevin Jenkins. I like him as a guard, but I didn't think he'd be a very good. I don't think he'd be very good at left tackle. A lot of Colts fans think so, but I think he gave up too much pressures at right tackle, let alone to be left. He sets up. He sells himself too much for the speed rush on the outside, and he gets cooked on the inside too much. And he's also incredibly aggressive, which is why he's a mauler in the run game. Waiting on the Detroit Lions. Company of Eagles says, I hit that like button when I got here. I can count on you. Jones slower than 80, yo. I with a colostomy bag in your pocket. TJ, I get you. But when you got a really good offensive line and you got guys, I mean, he's got weapons to throw to. He's got a lot of good weapons in New England right now to throw to. So, and you also got to remember he ain't got to start right away. You know, he's going to be a backup. He's going to be learning. So we'll see. That guy, M-Dub, what's up? Hoping we get Eichenberg. Okay. I think there's about 3 other guys that I wouldn't mind having as well. Brian says there's a lot more right tackles. I guess we get one and move to left tackle. Or we could get one, keep him at right tackle, and then move Smith to left tackle. He already knows how to play left tackle. It's kind of like switching hands in golf, though. But I would rather have Smith at left tackle than somebody that I'd be a little iffy on moving to left tackle. Detroit's taking forever to get their pick in. Yeah, it's been longer than 2 minutes. Oh well. No, JKE, they traded up in the second. They used their second and a 4th round pick to move up to grab their guy. Probably the best defensive tackle in this draft. Which was a need for them. The Dolphins haven't taken Eichenberg. Unless they're doing it now. The Lions just grabbed Levi. That's that tackle that I cannot pronounce. Dolphins moved in. Now they might have grabbed Eichenberg here. If that's what you're meaning, I'm sorry. But yeah, they grabbed Levi. He's got a last name that I don't think anybody wants to be able to even try to pronounce. And you know what's funny? Detroit's kind of famous for grabbing guys that no one can pronounce their names. I'm not even going to attempt it because I just completely disrespect him by trying to, so I'm not going to. We'll just say Onwu. Onwu Zariki? Maybe that's how you pronounce it? I don't know. How's everybody doing so far? Is this second round went the way you think? Avery says, I liked your breakdown on Kwity Paye. Hope he turns out to be great. I do too. Thank you so much for watching it. I always appreciate you guys doing that. It took me a lot of effort. Actually, you know how I was able to do that breakdown? Because M-Dub donated money yesterday in the super chat because Kwity Paye was drafted, and then he donated $50 to me yesterday. And because he was able to do that, I spent a little money today to get game tape of one game of college so I could break down his game. So y'all can thank M-Dub for that. Raiders on the clock. Dolphins pick's been in for like a month and a half. Tackle starting to fall. Colts should trade up. They might. They may. Second round's going about the way you guessed it would. Yeah, me too. See, it's not telling me that they picked him yet. It's still saying pick is in for Miami. If they grabbed Eichenberg, then I'm sorry. Like I said, man, I take money that you guys donate. Oh, by the way, I'm using NFL.com's draft tracker, Jamie. But anyhow, if you guys ever want to donate, instead of using Super Chat here on YouTube, please do me a favor. And instead of using that, use the Streamlabs link that I have down here. It'll still be a Super Chat. It'll show up right here in my box on the live on the stream. Okay? But they take way less money away from any kind of Super Chats or donations than what YouTube does. YouTube legitimately takes 65%. All right? Streamlabs takes less than 10%. So if you want to make a donation or a Super Chat or something, make sure you use the Streamlabs link down there. And then while you're there, you could also check out, my merch shop. Just letting you know. Yep. Okay, I see it now. I just refreshed it for the Miami Dolphins, and it says that, it's Liam Eichenberg. Yep, he gone. Pick is in for the Raiders. Cowboys are on the clock. If they end up grabbing an offensive tackle, then the Colts might need to trade up, like I said. We'll see. Because there's still 3 that I'd be okay with. Oh, they got Morig? Okay. Kayvon, appreciate that. But remember, there's still Sam Cosmi, Jalen Mayfield, Jackson Carman, right? Darrisaw. I think Darrisaw's still out there too. There's still tackles out there that the Colts can grab. Just FYI. I know a lot of you were thinking that, but watch them get Aziz. Or Jeremiah, one or the other. I think they need defense more than they need offensive line. They need help all the way across their defense. I think their corners are pretty good. They could use another one, but I think their defense is... I mean, they do have a right tackle issue. And they got Morig. I was right. They got Trayvon Morig. Okay. Actually, I think someone else said that in the stream, didn't they? I didn't think so. I'm looking. Did Darrisaw go at the end of the first? Oh, yeah, he did. He went to the Vikings. My bad. You're right. He went to the Vikings right after the Colts. That's why I don't remember, because I was still all kind of excited over pay that I didn't think about, I didn't realize the Vikings had taken Darrisaw right after that. So that's my bad, guys. Dallas is picking. Jaguars next. Oh, Cowboys got the cornerback out of Kentucky? Okay. They need cornerback help. That's their second cornerback they've gotten, isn't it? Did they get a cornerback in the first? I thought they did. Because I've been saying the Cowboys need cornerback help drastically. They got an offense. They need to be able to hold down a team from... they need pass rushers, too. I don't care. I like Tank, but he's more of an edge-setting kind of pass rusher rather than a straight-up, freaky, athletic pass rusher. At least that's an opinion of mine. I know sometimes my opinions ain't like everybody else's. Oh, they got Parsons. Micah Parsons. Okay. Again. Yeah, I remember going, man, why did they grab... They got all kind of linebackers over there. They've got linebackers in Dallas. But, I mean, I guess Lee's getting really old, and LV is not doing all that great either. At least he wasn't last year. So I guess, that was probably a BPA pick for them. And dun, 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 dun. I don't know why I keep flash flipping. There we go. Kelvin Joseph out of Kentucky. Jacksonville's picks in. Cincinnati's on the clock. I'm surprised Cincinnati didn't grab an offensive lineman. They're probably going to grab one of the tackles. Watch him grab Jackson Carman or Mayfield. Yeah, I think Lee retired. I think he might have. I knew he was getting old. Oh, they declined Vander Esch's fifth-year option? Oh, my goodness. You remember when everybody was saying Vander Esch was better, when Cowboys fans were saying Vander Esch was better than Darius Leonard? I promise you, the Colts, if Darius Leonard was a first-round pick, he would not have had his fifth-year option decline. Randons is available. What about Spencer Brown? Anyone like Spencer Brown? The tackle out of Iowa? He is a behemoth of a dude. Not the fastest guy in the world. But he's 6'8", 314 pounds. I mean, good Lord. There goes Walker Little. To Jacksonville. I expected that. Oh, we got ourselves Sarah. What's up, Sarah? Thank you for being here. Thank you so much for the chat. Absolutely love pay. Let's get a tackle or wide receiver. I'm all about that, man. I'm all about getting a tackle. More tackle than wide receiver. I don't think that wide receiver is as big as a need as a lot of people think. I'd rather go tackle and then cornerback. But I mean, I guess wide or tackle or linebacker. But we'll see. I mean, I'd be okay with Sam Cosmi. He's still available, isn't he? I think Cosmi's still available. Unless, Cincinnati just grabbed him. Yeah, well, we don't need a tackle who can pull the Colts because we got Quentin Nelson. He can be our puller. He's a monster puller. So oh, they got Jackson Carman? Yeah. I figured Jackson Carman would be going sooner or later. I think Jackson was like my 6th best tackle. Still a potential starter. And had the offensive tackle group not had such great depth this year, he probably would have been a late first rounder in most other drafts. Oh, Colts loyalist who says Jacksonville's going to be super tough soon. They've got a freaking offense. They've got an offense. They need a defense. What's up, Jasper? I have an outside cat. I call Jasper. He's not technically my cat. He came up to my house one day starving to death. I took him in, fed him, worked him up. Now he goes in and out of the house. He'll come home sometimes all beat up, cut, blood, burnt. One time he came home with cuts and burns all over his face and back and neck and tail. But I can't keep him inside the house. He wants to go outside all the time, so I just let him go outside. Can't keep an outdoor cat inside. It's just not smart. I got plenty of inside cats. Yes. Avery asked about Asante Samuel if I like him in the later rounds. I expect him probably late second, early third. Two years ago, yes. With Jacksonville, yes. Because I thought Jacksonville was good 2 years ago. But that's when they started to go downhill. Right? 2 years ago. Last year? No. But they went downhill. They started going downhill right after the 2017 run that they had. And then in 2018, their head got too big for their britches. And nobody wanted to be there. They were all locker room problems. And Jacksonville was like, time to clean house. And that's what they did. You're back. You're jumping from live stream to live stream. Where you BTJ over there streaming too? I figured they probably were. Oh, the Chargers. Bengals got Jackson Carman. Chargers pick is in. Niners on the clock. Now the Colts legitimately could trade with San Francisco because I'm afraid that the Arizona Cardinals might get Cosme. What did I just miss? Ross donated money. You are awesome. Let me go see what you actually said because I missed it. Ross with a donation. What's up, my guy? Whoa! I gotta find that. It's in here somewhere. Hold on. I missed it. It should have stayed, but it didn't. Jamie couldn't figure out Streamlabs, so Super Chat will have to do. Appreciate it. Streamlabs is pretty simple. But Ross dropped some. I think it said $51. Holy crap. Well, I'm trying to figure out where it's at. Should be in my analytics. One moment. There it is. Hey, Law Dog, thanks for the laughs on Dear Pats Nation stream last night. You're a solid broadcaster and even better, dude. Here's some more cash to help with your film rooms. Ross, I appreciate that so much. Thank you. That will help with film rooms for whoever the Colts get today, maybe, right? What's going on? Just plain folks, thanks for being here. Guys, don't forget, smash that like button, hit subscribe if you're not subscribed, tag notification bell. Make sure you have all notifications turned on. And don't forget, you can check out my merch shop down here and Patreon. Ross, you are an awesome dude. Jamie, everybody that's donated today. Sarah, all you guys. Awesome. Awesome, awesome. Thank you so much. TJ Joe. Yeah, I've had a really good day today so far. I appreciate it. Oh yeah. Sarah says Broncos picked up Chubb's 5th-year option. Yeah, that's a no-brainer. Hey, remember when you was asking about would Asante Samuel go? Well, he went. He went to the Chargers. So there you go. He just got picked 47th overall to the Chargers. I figured he would go a little bit later than now. The Niners are on the clock. I'm kind of hoping the Colts move up a little here. It's within their range. They could give up a fifth round pick to move up to 48 from 54. And they'd be able to get Cosme. That's what I'm hoping. We'll see. Sorry it took me a minute, though, Ross, for getting to that. It just took me a minute to find it on my Streamlabs. The Niners could get a lot of people here. Wide receiver, I think, would be a good pick here for the Niners. They just extended Trent Williams earlier this offseason. They got a good offensive line. They got a good running back core. They got their quarterback. Their front seven of their defense is just nasty. It's football. You go out there, put a hat on a hat, and hit somebody. It's not hard. It's a little harder than just putting a hat on a hat, but that's the basics. Oh, there's a 5 to 6 second lag between Xbox and your phone. Okay. Don't care if it's your guy or not. If he needs hit, he's getting hit. See, that's the thing about the Colts. They have, when they're like blocking, that's different. You got to hit the guy that you're supposed to be hitting. I think Ballard and company are going to stay put. I hope they move up, though. That's Avery Watkins. I would like to see him move up here. I'd like to see him drop, maybe a 5th round pick. I think it's too late, though, because I think the Arizona Cardinals and the Giants are both chances of getting offensive line. If the Giants don't get offensive line, I'd be upset. My opinion. And I wouldn't be surprised if Arizona grabs offensive line. Because their quarterback has got to be tired, right? Kyler Murray, he just makes me look tired. All the running he does on that field. He's a talented young man, but man, he has to run around a lot. Push. What'd I do? Did I do something? Did I do something wrong? Aaron Banks, guard. Okay, we didn't need a guard. They needed a guard. I didn't think that San Francisco needed a guard. Wow. The Giants need a guard. Arizona, they need a tackle, I think. Colts loyalists asking about tackles. Did Mayfield get picked yesterday? I know that Sam Cosmi's still there. Hudson, I think, is still there. Spencer Brown from Northern Iowa, big dude. I think that's it. The only guys left that I would actually like to get. I think Cosmi's still there too. Yeah. Just plain as some people are claiming that the Colts are considering signing Casey's left tackle. Have you heard that? I have heard that. Eric Fisher is who you're talking about. And there's rumors that he should be ready. From what I'm understanding, he's saying that he could be ready by week 1. If we do not get a tackle, one of these upcoming tackles, there's a good possibility that might happen. You're funny, Joe. You're funny. That's... I mean, we're only 6 picks away. 5 picks away. Sorry. I don't see the Giants trading out of here. I don't see any... The Titans are not going to need an offensive lineman, I don't think. Because I think they're set, I think. Let me look. They might need a tackle because I think they lost their backup tackle last year, right? So, yeah, that's going to hurt. They'll probably pick a tackle. The Colts need to trade up, and I don't know who's going to trade up. Who would trade up with them? You do not want Tennessee grabbing the guy that you want. Cardinals went out and got Rondell Moore. Cardinals grabbed Rondell Moore. I figured he would go about midway through the second round. I've been saying that. A lot of people wanted Moore on Indianapolis. Ooh, good question, Jamie. Is there BPA that isn't a tackle that fits the Colts and possible with this pick? Yes. Terrence Marshall from LSU, still a good guy. Owusu, Jeremiah, right? Owusu from Notre Dame, not bad. Tommy Tremble, he's still available. I wouldn't mind having Tommy Tremble. But yeah, those are names that I would say is up there that I think would be a BPA kind of person. Baron Browning from Ohio State, that's another name keep an eye out on. Avery just named off Jeremiah just like I did. You think they're getting Terrence Marshall? Yeah. Yeah, there's names out there to grab that are BPA and not tackles, which the Colts could probably end up getting. The Giants are on the clock and haven't turned it in, so maybe the Colts trade up here to get Cosme. Would you be upset with that? Would anyone here be upset with that? No, both of them are gone. Jackson Carman was taken. Walker Little was taken. Aaron Banks was taken. Liam Eichenberg was taken. Tevin Jenkins was taken. Cosme's left. Hudson is left. and Spencer Brown. This is a good stream so far, guys. Appreciate everyone being here. I doubt it would be I think it'd probably have to be our fifth Colts loyalist. Our fifth to move up those spots. I get it, it's only 4 spots. But it's still, second round. If you could use the 6 to get it, that'd be great. But I think it'll take the 5th round. They're on the clock and haven't turned in their pick yet. So that means they're probably taking offers. I really hope the Colts move up. I would have no issues with a 5-spot move up to get our tackle. Yeah, toxic, but not everybody can move from guard to tackle. Tackle to guard is a lot easier than moving from guard to tackle. So, you got the pick is in? See, I'm not seeing pick. I just see on the clock. What's up, Jasper? Well, come here. Well, come here, homie. Come on. Yeah. Come on. I'm going to show you all. That's my outside cat. I don't think our left tackle is on our team already. You're talking about Aziz. I don't think we'll end up getting Aziz. It's still showing on the clock on NFL on NFL.com. Pinter is more of a guard anyhow. He's a power guard. I don't see him being a tackle at all. I think Pinter is the guy that the Colts grabbed to take over for Mark Lewinsky if Mark Lewinsky asks for too much money this offseason, this upcoming offseason. Guys, I've been up since early in the morning. Early in the morning. Did they grab Aziz? See, it's still showing on the clock for me. Oh, now it is. Okay, I just refreshed it. Yep, they got Al-Jalari. Aziz Al-Jalari. That's funny. They got a great defense. That's a heck of a move by the Giants. I'm surprised they didn't get another guard or tackle there, but Washington grabbing quick. They put their pick in really quick. Panthers on the clock. Man, I don't like the Colts picking after Tennessee because I think Tennessee's going to grab Sam Cosmi and put him at right tackle. No, I'm not going to bed, McChicken. I'm going to start drinking my Mountain Dew now. I'm going to stay here for a while. I'm going to try to make it through. All right? No, the last thing they have is Rondell Moore for me. I don't have any more past that unless on PFF. I don't put money into PFF. I put money into other stuff. Ah, there he goes. Sam Cosmi gone. Washington. That sucks. I told you the Colts should have traded with the Giants. Told you. Team right after the Giants grabbed Cosmi. Oh well. Ballard's got a plan, right? He may like Spencer Brown. He may like Spencer Brown. Wait, Jalen Mayfield's still there too. Jalen Mayfield hasn't been picked yet. I forgot about Mayfield. He'll probably go to Tennessee. Watch. Yeah, there's two guys left that I like. Jalen Mayfield, and Brown. Spencer Brown, he'd be an okay pick here. So would Jalen Mayfield. Cleveland traded with Carolina. Well, there's somebody there that Cleveland wants. I bet they get that linebacker. No. Why would they need a linebacker? They got linebackers. They got lots of linebackers now. They can't move ahead of Tennessee now, M-Dub. Unless they trade, because the Browns traded there. They're not trading there to trade back again. I'll guarantee it. And Tennessee's next right after them, then the Colts. And watch Jalen Mayfield be gone. Owusu, yep. Okay. That's possible. They got good corners right now. The Browns do. They just got one in free agency. And, of course, you know, they already had one stud. I'm afraid of the Titans right now, though. Yeah. I'm afraid the Titans are going to end up grabbing Jalen Mayfield. I mean, he's 6'5", 320. And he was projected. That's the Michigan tackle. He was projected to go first round. Late first, early second. So for him to still be there is unbelievable. But I don't think he's going to last. Yeah, I know. I hear you, Just Plain folks. Yeah, they've already picked. Tennessee's picking right now. Great. Joseph says Cleveland's not playing around with their defense. That's true. Yes, McChicken, it could be a wide receiver. It could be a tight end, too. Ooh, they might be picking what's-his-face. No. Tight end. The heck is his name? I can't remember off the top of my head now. Trimble. What if they grab Trimble? I know Terrence Marshall's still there, but they could grab Tommy Trimble too, because he's dangerous. He'd be scary. On the Titans? Because they lost Jonnu Smith. Fryermuth? Colts are on the clock. Man. You know what I want. You know what I want. I've said it. Multiple times. Did they get Dylan? Jalen Mayfield. Come on, Colts. Get Jalen Mayfield. I'm good. Dylan's gone. Jalen Mayfield, right here. Come on, Colts. I'm okay with Jalen Mayfield. A lot of people thought Jalen Mayfield was a better tackle than Sam Cosmi. You grab one Michigan guy and then go grab the other one. Come on. We got one Michigan guy. We get the other one, right? We got Pay. Now we get the tackle that Pay's always practicing against. That'd be great. Come on. See, my draft tracker's still saying that Tennessee's pick is in. It's not even saying who they picked. Ugh. I hate waiting like this. Okay, there's Dylan Randons, North Dakota State. Come on, Colts. Pick is in. Also, McChicken, quit being that. You're just trying to troll me, bro. Come on now. Justin Gudgel, thanks for being in. Appreciate you being here. Don't forget to smash that like button, please. I got 37 likes. I'd like to hit 50 before this stream is over with, if you guys don't mind. Come on, come on, come on. Come on. I want Jalen Mayfield. I want Jalen Mayfield. Come on. I doubt they get it, but I'd like to have it. Mayfield was, I think, Mayfield was a late first, early second prospect. With Cosmi's explosive stuff. Yeah, Hudson's a possibility too, Gaskin. I would not be upset with Hudson. I think Hudson might be a little bit of a reach. But being that we don't have a third round pick, about have to, maybe. Watch them get Tommy Tremble. Watch the Colts get Tommy Tremble. Would you be upset with Tommy Tremble? He's a good tight end. That means they'd have to go somewhere else for a tackle, though. Because you ain't getting a starter in the 4th round, I promise you. Jay Davis says, oh no. It must have been announced. I haven't even seen the announcement. Yeah, I don't want LaRaven. Come on now. Watch him grab some guy we never even heard of. And everybody will be like, who is that? And then next thing you know, PFF will be like, it's the worst pick ever. No, PFF won't say that. And I'll guarantee that one place won't say it because they've learned their lesson on that. The lowest they'll ever grade a pick from Ballard is a C. They will never grade a Ballard pick in F ever again. I'll guarantee it. Not after they graded Darius Leonard in F and then goes all pro. No, I wouldn't want Basham. Michael, we've already got a pass rusher. That is that needs a little bit of work. Incredible talent. Incredible athletic gifted. But I wouldn't want him. What's up, my Patriots updates? I'm at 40 likes, ladies and gentlemen. Let's hit that 50, guys. Antoine Buffet announcing the pick. Nice. Proud of you, Antoine. I'm always proud of you, though. It doesn't matter who it is. Deo Ogunjobi. Defensive end, Vanderbilt. I said I didn't want a second one. We got a second one. Well, we got pass rushers now. I'll say that. I mean, Deo's good. He's a beast too. He's 6'6", 280. I don't like going too defensive end. The Colts have got to be thinking about getting a left tackle from free agency. No, I prefer Deo. I prefer Deo over Basham. Man. All right, Kat. Thanks. Thanks for being here. Did not expect them to get two defensive ends in the first two picks. And no left tackle. That's just wow. McChicken, the Colts don't have a third round pick. They traded their third round pick for Carson Wentz. My goodness. I mean, I like Deo as a pick. I wouldn't have minded him having him, but just not when we already had one already picked up. No, we might end up getting Fisher. Right? McChicken. There's a chance we might get Fisher too. He might not be ready though early on. We do have a guy that we picked up that I think could hold down the fort for a week or two with a little help on the outside. You're right, Brian. That is one thing that is for sure. The Colts addressed the hell out of pass rush. This is the third straight year that Chris Ballard, I'm sorry, every single year, except last year, Last year, sorry. Last year was the only year that Chris Ballard did not use a second-round pick on a pass rusher. Think about that. Last year is the only time he did not use a second-round pick on a pass rusher. Wow. And this year he did it first and second round. Right? Plain both. Try again. One of these guys got to work out, hopefully, right? Oh, my goodness. Well, my Patriots updates. The thing about Ballard is pass rusher thus far has been Ballard's weak point, right? Where Bill Belichick's weak point's been like wide receivers. Ballard has been pass rushers. We got a lot of talent at pass rusher, but they have yet to prove themselves long term. They keep getting hurt or something happens. Jamie Miller brings up a good point. We need a young, expensive option on the line, given the price tag of the rest of the O-line. And the rest of the O-line is sitting right about what? After Nelson and Smith gets their extensions, which is, I'm going to assume Nelson's going to get about 20. Smith this year will probably get about 13. So that's 33. Kelly's already got 15. So that's 48. And 6. So you're looking at the Colts right now spending about $55 million without a left tackle on their offensive line. M-Dub's about to drown his sorrows in Stella. Good luck, man. Maybe Hudson could fall in the fourth, Gaskin. That is a good point. I doubt it, but it's a good point. I don't think Nelson's going to left tackle, Alex. I really, honestly don't. Because, sure, could he play it? Yes. Will he be all pro at left tackle? No. He'll probably be a good left tackle. When we look at it like, think of this way. You go from a 10 of 10 at guard to, let's say, a 7 of 10 at tackle. And you drop Penner in there and you get another 6, maybe 7 of 10 at guard. You're dropping overall across the line by moving Nelson over to tackle. Aziz, no, I don't know why. Here's the deal, though. I've already discussed this. Ballard could trade up, right? You know what? We're still here. Freiermuth, the tight end. Pittsburgh Steelers grabbed a tight end. Apparently they're not too happy with Ebron, huh? I could have told you that. Brian, I don't know if I want Pinter at right tackle. I don't mind moving Smith to left tackle. That's an option. But I don't think Pinter has the side-to-side movement from what I've seen from his college. I don't think he's got the side-to-side movement to handle a tackle position. I think Tebby will probably... There's a chance Tebby might be the starter the first week or two if we have to go get someone like Fisher. And Tebby, I did his breakdown. He's not terrible. He's just not really good against the counter move on the inside. John Davis, we got the 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th pick and next year's picks. And we have very, very deep roster. So there's options. Maybe the Colts are thinking of Ertz for tight end. I don't know. Maybe. I have no sources on that, so I don't know. Ertz would be good for a year or two. I wouldn't have a problem with that, though. I thought that said Dwayne Haskins for a second. Dwayne Eskridge, wide receiver, Western Michigan, Seattle Seahawks. I got like a spider bite or something. I keep itching on my arm. Ertz got hurt last year. All right, he was playing with injuries, Ricky, and my Patriots updates. And yes, I think Mo Alley Cox will be a beast this year. Yeah, that's the way the Colts are, McChicken, because the Colts don't have a 3rd round pick because they used it to trade for Wentz. Yeah, yeah, Alex. I think he was there to replace Glowinski if Glowinski wants too much money to resign. But I don't think his side. He's athletic, but I don't think he's got good enough side to side. He's athletic in the meaning that he can turn and move forward real quick. Like he could pull in that general direction. But there's a difference between that and a shuffling your feet sideways to move and keeping your balance. That's a problem that I was seeing with Pinter. Oh, trade-wise, Colts never offered a trade for Wentz. Patriots updates. This whole idea where people thought that the Colts made an offer for Wentz, they have not. Never made an offer. The Eagles throwing out lies left and right. Yes, my cat wants outside. And I'm going to let him out. So give me a second. I'll be right back. Jasper Kitty. Come on. Come on. Fat boy. Yep. Okay. Be good. See you in a couple minutes. He just don't like doing his business in the same litter box as the house cat. So he wants to go outside and do his business there. Casper. His name's Jasper, not Casper. That's fine, Alex. You know, I mean, we all have our own special opinions. Not everybody has the same opinion on stuff and what they see. I do need 5 more likes for 50. You heard Casper? No, it's Jasper. My wife named him. Rams are picking. Chiefs are on the clock. The Colts may grab a tackle somewhere. They might trade for somebody. Maybe the Colts will offer a trade for an already established tackle out there. Maybe they grab Fisher or Schwartz, like, you know, some of you were saying in here. It's possible. But tackle's definitely a need. Jasper got some tail to get to. Oh, my goodness. How long have I been on this? 2.5 hours. Okay, that's Jasper. I have Shadow. Come here, bud. You're fine. Come here, fat boy. Oh, my goodness. This is my cat, Shadow. Ugh. He's my house cat. He don't go anywhere. Big fat boy. Ain't that right? Big mug. Alex! Appreciate that. Thank you so much. Brian, I agree with you. I think that he does have a plan. He's got something up his sleeve somewhere. They got Tutu Atwell. The Rams picked up the wide receiver Tutu Atwell out of Louisville. That's nice. Yeah, it does. Speed does kill. And the and don't forget, the Rams now have another quarterback, right? The Rams have a real quarterback, so man, the Rams are a dangerous team. All right, John Davis, see you, man. Appreciate you being here. Oh, sorry, Company Eagles. I hate hearing that. I got another black cat, too. We call him Pepper because he's black with a little bit of white around him, so it was kind of sarcastic because it's opposite of what you would think pepper would be called, whereas salt, pepper type deal. I got another cat named Finn, and before I had Shadow and Pepper, I had 2 other cats. And they both got outside and got hit by cars. They were house cats. They were able to they found a hole in my floor and got outside and got hit by cars in the road. And they were called Fang and Foom. So I had Finn, Fang, Foom as my cats. Plain Folk says our schedule is brutal. I absolutely believe that. Especially our outside the division is probably the toughest schedule in the NFL outside of our division. Yeah, no, I don't think we're going to have 2 starting defensive ends. Rookie anyhow. I really don't think that both of them are going to start. I think Teray's probably got one. Teray will get a lot of snaps because he's getting healthy again. I believe so. Oh, yeah, plus Tampa. Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Outside our division. Oh, yeah, Pay's starting. Pay's going to be our left defensive end. He'll be DE1. He'll be sitting right there beside DeForest Buckner. No question about it. I can't believe the Colts picked up Deo. My goodness. I'm voting fair as a C. And that's what everybody else says. It's a C pick. That Deo is a C pick. 35%. 24% says good draft pick. 17% says bad draft pick. And only 14% says excellent. Nick Bolton, linebacker, Missouri, to go into the Kansas City Chiefs with the Panthers now on the clock. Oh, no, he wasn't my second favorite linebacker. I mean, I had two really cool linebackers that I liked a lot. I know who your first favorite linebacker was. Now, I don't know much about Tayon. Or Deo, I'm sorry. I don't know much about Deo. I'm going to have to look him up. Go look at some film on him. Since Ross dropped the big 50 burger on me, I guess I could use that to go check out some film. Zaven Collins was my guy as well, McChicken. I know Micah. Everybody liked Micah. McChicken says Zaven Collins was his guy. He was my guy. I loved Zaven Collins. He went higher than a lot of people thought he would. Not higher than where I would have picked him. I'm 2 likes away from 50. Appreciate y'all. Right? Tip passes. My goodness. I mean, he is 6'6", 280 pounds. He's a big boy. He kind of reminds me a little, size-wise, looking at him, kind of a certain Ohio State product that the Colts picked up. Right? At defensive tackle, defensive end. I mean, kind of, he's taller than Tyquan Lewis, but he's about the same size, like build-wise. Yeah, plain folks, I don't really look at highlights. I mean, if that's what you got to look at, that's what you got to look at. But I'll watch him throughout a whole game. Well, yeah, I mean, if you put Deo in there beside Buckner, who's 6'7", you know, and Grover Stewart, who's a monster on his own, they got some big dude there. Ballard wants to get that defensive line set, and I will say this. It's important to make sure your defensive line has got a lot of good depth and talent there for that second that zone defense that Matt Eberflus wants to run, because it lives and dies off that front four pressure. Thugpin 1, thanks for being here. See, you're now popping in. He is longer. He's just not taller. You know what I mean? Yeah, you're right. You need to see the bad part. Not just the bad parts, your average. And also what he does in certain situations and against certain types of other players, right? Colts have the best receiver group in the AFC South. Actually, I believe that. I will agree with you, Joe. Like I said, I think we got 4 really good starters that could be starters on any team. I mean, T.Y. Hilton, Michael Pittman Jr., if Pascal is Pascal, a starter. If Paris Campbell can be healthy, he's a starter on any team that he's on. But he's got to be healthy, right? Do I think that this means Houston is done here? Michael Gaskins, yes. Colts ain't going to be picking up a free agent defensive end pass rusher. I don't see it. We got a crap ton right now on our roster. We're not picking up a free agent. Just to let you know. Terrace Marshall. Well, actually, I think that is smart. Get the boy. I mean, Darnold's got an amazing running back, right? He's got some wide receivers. Their defense is I think Darnold will succeed in the Panthers where he could not at the Jets. Who's torn Achilles, Colt loyalist? Because, Terrence. Okay. I don't know. Colts Steelers in the AFC Championship game, I don't like that. Oh, you're talking about Fisher. Who else is there? Fisher, Schwartz. There's a few other people out there. And don't forget, the Colts could trade for somebody. As long as the Steelers still have Ben Roethlisberger at the heading the quarterback position, then I don't trust the Steelers. I don't. And they lost Bud Dupree, so I just don't trust them. They had an amazing defense. And they did pick up a good running back to replace Connor in this draft. Oh, Deo tore his Achilles. I didn't realize that. Like I said, I don't know much about Deo. Well, we'll find out, Joe, because he plays for the Titans now. Who'd the Saints grab? Let me look at this. Pete Werner. Ooh! I wonder if he's related to the old Colts linebacker. Sorry. He just changed his first name and was like, you know what? I'm going back in here as a linebacker from Ohio State, and I'm going to be picked in the second round instead of the first. All right. We only got 4 more picks left in the second round. I broke 50. Sweet. Thank you, everybody. I got over 50 likes now. Appreciate that. Thanks a lot. You guys are awesome. I do have some research to do today. It's already 9:30. You guys are all awesome. Who the Bills going to get here? Says they're still on the clock. Oh, wait. Joe! My guy! Joe, here's to 50. Celebration time. Thank you so much. All right, and now my phone is going off. It's an alarm, but hold on. Woohoo! We're having all kind of fun today. My alarm went off when that went off at the same time. It was so funny, Joe, because I was like, it's my alarm that generally tells me it's time to go get my friend and take him to work, but I don't have to take him today. And at the same time that the announcement popped up that you did that donation, Joe's been here for a while, ladies and gentlemen. He's one of my OGs. I appreciate it a lot. We don't always see eye to eye, but that's why we're here for, right? There's no point in seeing eye to eye all the time. Guys, everybody can have differences of opinions. That's why I don't like when some streamers, if someone will put something in the chat and they're like, and they say something that you don't like or you don't agree with, right? And then they just call them a troll or something or go off on them. An opinion's an opinion. You know, now if I have an opinion that is opposing to that, I will give my explanation, but I will never trash somebody for their own opinion unless I honestly believe that they're trying to troll me. But generally, I don't get trolls. You guys are awesome, right? I have some of the best guys in my live chat that anyone could have because I got smart people in my chat. All of you are awesome. Brian Walton. These picks show that Ballard knew that what we needed in free agency. He didn't trust our current pass rush after all. We needed two things, pass rush and offensive tackle. You know what? Honestly, I think that might have been a BPA as well. That defensive end pass rush. I think our pass rush was more important than our offensive tackle need. And he double dipped just to be sure. The Patriots need an edge, like 3 of them, because they went out and spent a bunch of money on a guy that used to be a Raven. And then they brought another guy back that didn't want to play for him for a year and then came back and played for him. Oh, I'm playing. Plain folks, thanks for being here. Appreciate you. The Bills got bash him. There he went. After last year, I think they needed to get a pass rusher because they were having problems generating pass rush without a blitz. Very similar to the way the Colts were, but the Colts just decided not to blitz. Green Bay Packers. All right, so the Green Bay Packers did not get any help for their quarterback, no matter who it was, whether it was Love or Rodgers, right, in the first round. Let's see who they get this time. Oh, it's not a heater. It's a cigarette. I just keep it out of the way. Tommy says we're liable to be back here next year looking for a left tackle. It's possible, but that might be because the Colts have picked up an older left tackle to fill the need. Just saying. Still waiting to see how funny the Green Bay Packers watch. Now, they could get Tommy Tremble. That'd be I would praise Green Bay if they got Tremble here. Because he's the kind of weapon that offense needs. That's my opinion. Well, you know what? They got a center, Josh Myers from Ohio State. Can't complain. That's protection for your quarterback, right? My Patriots updates. He says they just took a center. It's one of the easiest replaceable positions. For you and your team, maybe. The Colts spent their 15th pick, I believe it was 15th, on Ryan Kelly. Right? And then the 6th pick on a guard, which, of course, all-pro. Oh, wait, Ryan Kelly's an all-pro, too. Oh, yeah. But anyhow, not every team is good at grabbing a center in the 7th round or undrafted free agent, Like I said, every team has their strong points and their weak points. Protecting your quarterback is never a bad move, in my opinion. Never. Okay, it's Sig. Okay, I didn't realize that. I thought a heater meant a J or something, I'm old, and I don't remember it ever being called a heater. A square? I've heard it being called a square before. See, Brian here says some teams that have picked up an offensive tackle in the draft may be parting with a veteran offensive tackle the Colts could pick up for a year or two. Like I said, the Colts just need an average to an above average tackle. That's all they need. Do I think if Cosme was on the board, would we have taken him? Michael Gaskin asks. I don't know. I probably would have. But then again, a lot of people think Cosme's arms are a little too short to play tackle. But he's incredibly athletic. So, we'll see. I don't know. I don't know what Ballard likes those long-armed guys, right? Joe over here. You put him here. Yeah. Brian says, in the Al Capone days, a heater was something you did not want to see. Nope. You are right. Run the football. Oh, Creed Humphrey. For the Kansas City. Kansas City is all about getting their offensive line, ain't they? Holy crap. Oh, my goodness. You think that Super Bowl had something to do with this? Huh? Do you think watching Patrick Mahomes run for his life for an entire night had something to do with them going, we're going to sign this guy, we're going to trade for this guy, and then we're going to pick this guy? You know? You got to protect the McHomie, Brian says. You're right. You got to. You got to. Who's Tampa Bay picking? Bet they get a quarterback. I would. Right here, I'd grab a quarterback if I was Tampa Bay. It's not so high like Trask. It's not so high that it would piss off the starting quarterback and Brady. I don't think that I would do that. But it's high enough to where right now I could see Trask going. I don't think Trask has been picked yet. Or Mond. And you can let him sit back there for a few years. Because Brady's not going to be playing for 5 more years. I don't think he's going to be playing for 3 more years. This would be a good spot to pick one. I mean, do you guys agree with me about that? It's saying the pick is in. I don't know if it's been announced yet or not, but I think it'd be a perfect time to grab one of those guys. Do you see us giving up our 4th and 6th to move up for a tackle, Michael Gaskin? I could see us giving up our 4th and 5th to get into the 3rd round to get one. I would. I'd do it. Especially if, what's his name? Darn it. Hold on. Having an issue remembering his name now. I mean, Mayfield's still there. Right? If Mayfield is still there, I don't understand why they didn't pick up Mayfield. Is there something wrong with Mayfield that I don't know about? I don't want to sit here and do a whole bunch of reasons, but is Mayfield like injured or something? Because I give up my 5th and 6th right now to move up into the 3rd to get Mayfield. But is he hurt? What? I don't understand. It's got to be medical, right? Brian Walton says he's a right tackle. You don't think he's a left tackle? I don't know. My wife woke up. She's downstairs, chilling like a villain. Well, come on, Tampa. Let's see who it is. Who'd they grab? You guys see who he grabbed? Nope. Still, I still don't see it. Oh. Oh, okay. Well, maybe. I think he's a darn solid freaking. Put him at right tackle and move Braden Smith to left. I think Braden Smith can play left tackle. He's played right tackle for a while. Oh, ads. Okay. He's played right tackle for a while and he's gotten better and better at it. I think he just keep letting him get better, move him over, and put Mayfield at right tackle. I think that'd be a perfect situation for the Colts to do. I'd be okay with Smith sitting beside Nelson. Who wouldn't be okay with Braden Smith beside Quentin? That would be a powerhouse run game right there off the left tackle. Oh my goodness. And Mayfield is very good at playing right. That's why I see. That's why I was wondering if, maybe they were saying they didn't like him at left tackle, as you're saying, but I don't know. I think even if he can only play right tackle, he's darn solid. No, McChicken, I would not move Glowinski to the tackle position. I don't think that he's... Problem with Glowinski, he's gotten better over the last couple of years, but he does not recognize stunts. He has a little bit of tunnel vision, okay? Glowinski will lock onto a block and not realize that a stunt is happening. He's gotten better over the last couple of years, but as a tackle, you have to have incredibly good vision to see stuff like that. Otherwise, you're going to get eaten up. I don't want Glowinski at tackle. Was I right? Was I right? Did I call it? I called it. Oh my God. I called that pick. Bam. I called it. All of you guys, you know it. You seen it. I called it. I said Kyle Trask. Booyah. McChicken, Patriots, all you guys that are Patriots fans that know Ray Route, you go and tell them you were here when I called that way before they picked it. Boom. Yeah, I don't know nothing about football. I wish I would have called it for the Colts. Huh? Why I gotta call it for the Buccaneers? Why couldn't I have called it for the Colts? Darn it. Oh. Oh well. That was fun though. 3 hours in, I'm not sitting here for another 3 hours, guys. As much as I love hanging out and chatting with y'all, I am not doing a 6-hour stream. Just saying. It was a smart move. It's a move that for Tampa Bay that made sense. Jaguars pick is in. Again, this is another team that I would not have a problem with them grabbing Tommy Tremble. See, a lot of you guys don't like Tommy because you're a little worried about his hands. I think he can work on that because he's young. As long as he has a mindset to do so, unlike Eric Ebron, right? He's a dangerous dude. Go celebrate. It's not very often that you nail a pick, Joe, after the first round. All right? It's not, let alone at pick 64. Is Ray streaming? I didn't look. I figured he probably was. Why do I keep having these stupid blurry I don't know why occasionally my my thumbnails are blurry occasionally, and I don't know why. It's frustrating. You did, but that was in the first round, right? But that's cool. First round, I mean, it's still late enough in the first round where it was really good calls on your end. Your job is done here. But once you get into the late second, it's such a crapshoot. Like filibuster style. That is the funniest name. Oh my goodness. Chris Rump. I'm assuming it's Rumpf. Because Rump would be an awful name to have in school, wouldn't it? Patriots updates. I called the first pick. I am ready for football. I'm ready for the NFL to start. We've been out of it for so long. But there's still so much time. I'm waiting for training camp, preseason, all that stuff. I just want to get into it, you know. The fact that we're finally got the draft going, you know, and the NFL season seems to be picking up and moving. That's nice. Makes you feel good about stuff. Gives you something to talk about. Safety Andre Cisco from Syracuse. Jacksonville Jaguars. Minnesota's already pick is in. Houston on the clock. Later, man. Appreciate you. Thanks so much. Guys, as a matter of fact, I appreciate everyone here. But like I said, man, I've been here for over 3 hours. I'm tired. I'd like to eat. But I've had a freaking absolute fantastic time sitting here. I didn't like the Colts pick, but we'll see whether or not I like it once I look at his film. Hopefully it's worthy. We'll see. But yeah. I'm not seeing any trade up by the Colts so far. I hope something like that happens, but guys, don't forget, I'm outie. Hit the like button. Hit subscribe if you're not subscribed. Tag the notification bell. Make sure you got all notifications turned on because I'll be on tomorrow as well. Maybe not for the whole thing, but I'll be on tomorrow. Then I got an interview that I got to do for my podcast. Go to the description. Check out my merch shop and my Patreon. And until next time, I'm Lawrence Owen. Love you guys. Have a good one. Kellen Mond gone.